Did you know that War Thunder has several single-player historical campaigns and various skirmish missions? Well, it does, and quite a few of them too. Some are especially cool. Today's video is all about these missions and modes. Let's start with Custom Battle. This is basically a bunch of private game rooms created by players to train and enact various combat scenarios. This room can be public for all or a private, invite-only affair. Now, let's check it out. Click on the Custom Battle. You will immediately see a list of rooms occupied by players. You can sort these by choosing a game mode you wish to play. Here's the filter you need, at the bottom of the window. Now, let's create our own room and set it up. Click on the Create a Session button and select the map you wish to play. Now, a setup menu pops up. First off, we pick a game mode, arcade, realistic, or simulator. Then, we pick weather conditions. You can even select weather that is not normally present in online battles, such as pouring rain or other low visibility conditions. Why not give it a try? We can then select time limit, limit of fuel and ammo, rules of respawn, and other gameplay parameters. You can also select the region server that will host your game room and set a password if you wish. That's it, you can invite players in now. Right-click on a player's name and then select Invite to Session. Once all attending players pick their team, nation, and click on Ready, you can start the game. If any players forget to pick their team, the game will automatically assign them to teams. Then, once the game begins, it is business as usual. So, what's so special about Custom Battle? Well, first of all, it offers some additional scenarios and tournament maps that you can try before any actual major tournament. In this mode, Aircraft has access to tank maps as well. This mode allows you to essentially create a game mode of your own. Establish unique conditions under which pilots and tankers will have to fight. This is basically a special and custom game mode that you can select while you set up your game room. This will allow you to change virtually any gameplay parameter. You can make pilots invulnerable. You can turn off G-overloads, remove the interface from the screen. After some tweaking, you can create an arcade battle, but without any markers and only first-person view available to players, not to mention a variety of other features that you wanted to try before, such as air racing. Well, now that we have the custom battles figured out, let's move on. There are also various standalone missions available in addition to several different campaigns. You can play these alone or with a squad of up to 4 players. Missions that support the squads will have this line in their description: Cooperative Mode available. Let's examine the so-called dynamic campaigns. Each of these campaigns features a certain notable episode from the Second World War. Here, you will have to fight for several sectors on a global map by taking on the side of one of the actual historical belligerents. In the Kursk battle, for example, you will have Germany and the USSR fighting it out, whereas in the Battle of Malta, the Germans will be fighting versus the UK. You can select the side you wish to fight for and the victory goals of the entire campaign. Individual missions are not very difficult because bots can hardly be called challenging foes. Here, the historical accuracy of the war goals is more important, such as battles for air supremacy, bomber escort missions, or a routine reconnaissance mission. After each battle, you will receive experience and silver lions. If you win, then your side assumes control of one of the sectors. If you lose, so will your side surrender a sector to the enemy. When you capture all the sectors, you win the campaign. Additional Pacific campaigns are available only to owners of advanced gaming packs. Aside from campaigns, you also have access to individual missions. These mini-scenarios from various theaters of warfare are a kind of a historical reconstruction of past years. All these missions are short, easy to understand, and fun to play. What's even more important is that they allow you to train certain very specialized skills used in the game. The mission Paulus's Last Tanks, for example, is a solid training in anti-tank warfare with an IL-2. You are given control of this famous attack aircraft armed with various ordnance. Your foe, huge columns of German armor rushing to the besieged Stalingrad. After a few playthroughs, your skills in tackling ground targets will improve considerably, and you will be able to put them to good use in multiplayer. Finally, we have user missions, combat scenarios created by the players. Recently, the game developers have published a game editor, which allows users to create various game content, from camo patterns and whole aircraft to locales and associated game scenarios. Now, any talented fan of the game can upload his work to our community site at live.warthunder.com. Then, anyone can play these submissions. You just need to download any user-generated scenario you want and place it in User Missions folder of your game, and try it out in virtual battle space. Here, you can train your crew, try out a new aircraft that you don't have, attempt to land on an aircraft carrier, and perform some awesome aerobatics. Lots of stuff to do in there. Why don't you create something too and share it with the world? That's it for today. See you next time.